Oh no, this is Hell, and this is my ship showcase, and kind of just like what I did in this game, right? So I'll probably... Which one should I start? I think I'll start with this one, because this is the earliest that is here, yeah. This thing, Ion, not a very good ship. 2 large shields, Ion, Hope Cage. Alright, this thing, not very good. This Cope Cage is because of sprockets, which this thing's based on. Sprocket, you know, if you play this game, you'll know what a sprocket is, right? I could spawn one in, but it looks kind of like this. Deck cannons. There's a sprocket can come in, go through your large shields, yeah. Small shields there. Not a very good design. This thing's pretty weak. You get shot through there and just dead. Then the next design chronologically is this thing. The Gila 4-3. As you can tell, 8 ions, go up, out, kind of his face, a bit of a frog, you know? This is Gila, no, that's Gila 3, that's Gorilla 3.9, this is Gila 4.3, and this is a collaboration with another user. They made these fantastic modules right here. Like, this part of the ship, I didn't make, and it's pretty good. They did a very good job. My paint scheme is a bit finicky here. Still really learning how to do things. This is my work. Not that great. I mean, it works. This is good missile defense because this thing is it's really weak to missiles. But yeah. I mean, it's not horrible design, but definitely not ideal. Then from there, I made this thing. This is the Super Sprocket. I was just like, you know what? Slap 3 sprockets together because I want to use deck cannons. And I was like, okay, let's do that. And then I made this thing, and it's like, I don't like it. This is functional, but I do not like it. And so I went on to make this thing, which is actually half of the Jaws, which is a inbuilt fringe ship. As you can see, it's half of the Jaws. The thrust on this thing is imbalanced, and it's not very good. This thing, I threw it out the window, and I was like, back to the drawing board, let's think of something else. Then I made this. This is the JS2. I did make JS1, but then I made so many revisions to it that it eventually became this thing, the JS2. It is 2 of these slapped together. Side by side. As you can see, pretty much the exact same. Paint scheme, managed to carry that over. Very adequate design, not very fast. I had a lot of issues to be ironed out, and so I did. Then I made the JS3, which is a major revision. You can tell it's a lot shorter now. I removed the middle section and made some general changes to the internal layout, but overall, not much actually changed about the armor. And then I was like, you know what? I'm happy with this thing. I need to build my own thing, but I'm going to base it off of this because I like this general design. And before these, I also made this thing, the Cancri. You see in my first video. It's a little crab guy. It's actually not very, you know, it's pretty maneuverable, but not my best, not my worst. I kind of like the look of this thing, little eyes. Yeah. So that's the JS2. Then I go on to make this thing, the Cancri 1. This is 1-1. Actually, I can control. I will spawn in. The original. So this is the original. it had a lot of improvements to do, like, had been done, and so they have been done. It's mostly just like engine. There's some engine stuff, don't I? Pretty sure. There. No. I mean, this is a minor improvement over this, but mostly the armor's been balanced out, because the way I play this thing is that I'm getting shot, I turn, the shots go elsewhere. You get the idea, but you can tell this is heavily inspired by the JS3, because I can just, like, place two of them right next to each other. So yes, the JS3 is cheaper than JS2. But if you look at internal layout here, look at that and that, right? I'm using the exact same module. I'm using a pretty similar internal layout, except I'm using a bridge instead of 2 control rooms. And now it's a bit more modular. I have large shields now, even more thrust. So actually I can show you the different speed. Like, look at that thing go. That has reaches top speed 112. And this thing is a 96. Oh, that is slow. That is very slow. And also, this thing does have better, more thicker armor, but this thing's, you know, overall thickness. And that is what matters to me. Because, I mean, like, am I really gonna get shot through there? I'm more likely to, you know, have my internals carved out before then. You know? Anyway. This is the chinchilla that I made. You'll see it in my most recent video when that releases. It's been made specifically to be just under the 1.5 million price tag, which is important because that's like a competitive baseline, apparently. Ship isn't really that competitive because for what, 1.5 mil you're getting 8 dick cannons and nothing else? That's not that great in terms of firepower, but you know, this thing's fast, 112 is a good speed, and it is survivable, so you know, those two things, very good. And I mean, the dick cannons, you can't punch through some shields. Like, some shields will survive them, so you kind of have to flank, and that's why I used 2 of them. Anyway, support craft. This is a support craft. One of my first. Not a very good design. And then this is my more recent support craft. It's actually based off of one from the Steam Workshop, the Camel Heavy something. I just like added more storage, changed the engine layout a little bit because I didn't like how it looked. And also this was 1 higher, so it didn't get the engine room boost. Bad. I want that engine room boost. Anyway, I added this production area here at the very top. And mining lasers and manipulator beams, which weren't on the original. So that's all good. This is functional. It's not very good, but I don't do that well. But anyway, on the topic of Super Sprocket, I tried making very cheap 2 dick cannon ships, and that's what this thing is. Imp 4 barrels. This isn't finished. I don't think I will ever finish it. But yeah, 2 dick cannons, 200,000 cost. Very, very cheap. In fact, actually, is it cheaper than the Kangri? Let me check. And yeah, it is way cheaper than this ship. It is. You can almost buy 2 of these for 1 of these. Wow. Yeah, that's probably goes to show how kind of unoptimized this thing is in terms of its firepower, but yeah, okay. And then I made this thing more recently, the turtle. I mean, it just looks like a turtle. What's the price on this thing? We'll check. Yeah, it's 96,000 more expensive than this thing. But in return, you get a better reactor and much better propulsion. I mean, this thing has boosters. I don't even think it's the boosted mass. 1,600, 8,000. When it's boosting, it's slightly better. Okay, you can see one of the issues with some of my ship design there. Okay, I'm going to spawn a new one instead. You can see turns like a boat, goes at 102.4 and then 113.5 with boost, which isn't much. In fact, it's pretty poor, honestly. But I like it. I like it. Whereas this thing, which is much cheaper, 4 barrels. Let's see the 6 top speed. Yeah, 76.5, that's not very good. But you can see, you pay for, pay for what you get. So I like this little design. Cool. If you can't notice, most of my designs end up being creatures of some kind. Like, this is a creature, this is a creature, this is a creature, this wasn't really a creature, but then it became a creature properly. It actually looks pretty good. But this is, one of my best face games. This is a creature, and this is a creature. It's like, I can't stop making creatures. I mean, the Jaws is... what, I can show you what a Jaws looks like. Built-in ships, fringe, combat. Jaws. This is what a Jaws looks like. It's a creature. I can't stop. I cannot stop making creatures. Yeah, this thing's a nasty, nasty design. Actually, I might use it as inspiration again for what I'm going to make a Conchilla Mark II. Whenever I get around to that. Yeah, that's kind of my ship library. I mean, there's some other ships, and they're not really that important. They're not really that cool looking. Like, I like this thing. So, crabby crab mouth. I like this thing. It's a crabby crab again. Mouth. Crab mouth and little eye stalks, and then these things. I don't know what they are. These things are only here because this doesn't align, so, what's that? Let me just show you, for like, delete that, you see? It's like, really awkward, so I just do that, and, but yeah, that's why I have that there. Even though it's not really needed, and it's like, I don't know. Little ice stalk thingies. It's like crab. And then, I don't know, put lights on, because I thought it looked a bit menacing. The rule of cool. It's got these little appendages. I made sure there were 8 of them, because it's like little crab feet. These are more hassle than they're worth. You get caught on everything. It's so annoying. But anyway, yeah, I really like the sort of design I've done here, like the overlapping plates, deck cannons. I mean, this area could be a lot more pretty, but I don't know what to do with it. I'm a designer, and then I have these, color them differently. This is raised, this is lowered. Just felt right to have this lower and this higher for some reason. It's like the squishy insides, so I made them a different color. Anyway, that's my ship design, really. Yeah. More videos on the way. Oh my god. I feel really stupid. I didn't realize that. I kept these things in. I guess could have put a sensor on this the entire time. I should put sensors on this. Oh well. Anyway, that's me done. Bye bye.